and I believe this is episode 35, right? So with me we have Con, hey, Con, and Greg. Now some of you may have seen Greg with another video
Hello,
that we
hello.
did,
Yeah.
but it's good to have Greg because today's subject is worth bringing Greg.
Wow,
Wow,
this is the proper gear stick, man.
the gated, yeah.
Gated,
Oh,
Gated.
yo. Wow,
Yeah.
tengok
But this the
prinsip
reason
ni.
why I brought Greg in today is because Greg has never seen a garage without manual, I believe. You have the GTO, right? GTO.
Yeah, GTO.
Oh,
Then the MPS. Previously, before the GTO was a Satria manual as well. So yeah,
hey, you
drove
still have the GTO?
sold already.
Ah,
Solely to get MPS. Yep.
Hey,
oh,
don't play,
nice.
Jackie Chan can beat a Nissan GTR with that car, okay?
He used an FTO, He used an
Oh, sorry,
NA
FTO,
V6
even worse.
FTO. He raced in the
Don't
GTO to beat
play.
Miss. Yeah, crazy.
Don't
Yeah.
play. When
I
you
mean,
are the
anyways,
director, you
guys.
can keep the laws of physics any way you want it.
And
Yep.
sponsored by Mitsubishi.
Of course, sponsored by Mitsubishi. But anyways, everyone, welcome to the show. If you're joining us tonight, say hi. Harish, Gugaracha.
Gugarachan,
We have
Anthony,
Anthony. Thank you for watching all the time. Thank you for your support. Kenneson,
Anderson,
Derek.
Derek.
So
Thank
if
you
you are
guys.
listening to us, just say hi.
Yep.
And if you
Hi,
know
Sam.
anyone, Sam, if you know anyone who is at home, you know a friend who enjoy this show, you know a friend who's a car kaki, and they always think of the similar cars, like get 330i, get the VW Golf, let's widen their horizon a bit.
Yes.
And the reason why I created Top Gear is because during MCU I couldn't meet car guys. So Top Gear is a place for car guys to meet, not only for me, but for everyone in the chat group. So hey, chat to each other in the chat as well. I hope you guys meet some friends, just have a discussion, have some fun, poke each other, And
Eugene.
yeah.
Eugene.
Oh, Eugene, it's the average savings.
Oh,
Today he commented something interesting with all the race queens.
this guy, his
Too much
comments.
savings. All right. Hey
Yeah.
Ken, hey Zenhui, Ryan, Jason, Eugene, Roshan. Okay. So for those of you who just came on board, by the way, Greg is the founder of MDG Mazda
Co-founder.
Drive Group.
Co-founder.
Co-founder.
Co-founder, and
Okay.
I'm one of the admins at the moment. So yeah, Mazda Drive Group. Check us out on YouTube and also FB and Instagram. Give us a like.
Yeah, Instagram as well. So let's get his link on the chat so you guys can follow him as well. Subscribe to his channel as well. Some quality content. Recently, you got to visit IGL Coatings. I was very jealous because I'm a big fan of coating, and I'm so proud that Malaysian have a brand that sells overseas and quite a very reputable brand overseas.
I know Fiona and the husband pretty well, so if you want to meet them, I can hook you guys up.
Oh, that's great, man! Because I'm a big fan of detailing, and I'm so proud that we have a Malaysian product that is so well known overseas, and no Malaysians know this. It's such a good brand. I used it on my Mini. I love it.
Yeah. And like Kyung and Fiona actually went to SEMA like 3 years straight to promote IGL.
Wow.
Yeah. So like their business base is actually not in Malaysia. Like the customers are in Canada, in the US, Las Vegas, and also in Europe. So I was surprised, like, wow, this is actually doing very well overseas. And I see the comments from the detailers and dealers there. They love it. They love IGL.
Can we share the link to their page or Facebook?
IGL Coatings. Yeah, IGLcoatings.com. Yeah, I used it on my Mini. I bought the entry-level coating, and both me and Ryson, when we put the coating on our car, we look at it, it's like, hey, this entry-level, are you kidding? Entry-level, we were like, wow, this is very impressive. Like, and I dare say do better than some punching the big brands,
Correct.
in terms of quality.
I mean, that's one reason why they sustain so well overseas, because the quality is there. And you know how like Angmo countries, they're very particular about the quality of products they use and what they promote, right? So once they're hooked onto it and they believe in it, right, that's it. It will just jalan.
Yeah. But anyways, today's topic is not about coating. We'll come back to that in the future because it's one of my favorite topics. But hey guys, if you know a friend who's thinking about buying cars, help them brighten the horizon, share this video with them. chat with them. Please help us share the love out there. I would really appreciate if you guys can share it, right? Okay, so today's topic is very simple. How it's going to be like is we're going to talk about a manual. We're going to discuss whether it's still worth it. Of course, let's be honest, there's pros, there's cons. The con is here, right? No pun in. There's pros, there's cons, and we're going to discuss of all of us. We all have manual cars. Con used to have a Waja, Campro, right?
Yeah.
And then I got 3 manuals at home. So there's pros and cons to it.
I mean, I sometimes now when I just go drive along the nice stretch of road, right, it's like, I wish I can still have that sensation of clutching in, heel toe, rev matching, getting the gears right. There's that sense of satisfaction. I feel every time when you get that heel toe right, when you get that rev matching right, that's that sense of satisfaction that no GT or whatever can replicate.
Absolutely.
Well, I think for me, I daily 2 manual cars before for work, and I think I'm past the phase of having that romantic feeling of a manual car being the best thing there. Like imagine being stuck with a twin plate clutch on the 90s GDM from Damansara to Putra Heights, 3.5 hours stuck in a jam on a twin plate clutch. So I went through that. It's fun on like clear roads, weekends, twisty roads.
But
I think for daily driving duties, right, if you don't have a car which does both, manual has to be like a serious consideration. If the
and I think right, if you are traveling for work, especially when you want to go from, let's say like you are holding a sales job where you have one client in Rawa, one client in Klang, one client in Serenda. You want to cover all these places in one day. You want to be able to do that as quickly and as painlessly as possible.
Less pain.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying drive a manual is painful to me, but I think I've come to appreciate that it's appreciate the feeling of being able to do all that commute as stress-free as possible.
Correct. Yes.
There is a benefit to that, lah. And honestly, after owning 3 cars, sometimes I borrow my housemate car, just take an Axia and just drive.
Obviously.
But anyways, we'll talk more about the pros and cons after the break. Let's go for a quick break. Get your drinks, get your snacks. And I would love to talk more about it. Actually, I want to put a mental note here. I want to ask Greg, how is it like to drive a twin plate clutch? Because I never I want to know how it's like. So we'll talk more about it after the break. But right now, if you drive a manual car, type manual on the chat if you drive a manual car. And then let's share with us your experience on the chat if you drive a manual car, right? And then after the break, we're going to come back, talk about pros and cons. And after the second break, we're going to do some Q&A. So some of you may have buying guides. So maybe you're like thinking you buy this car or that car. If you have any question about buying a car, the second break, both me, Con, and Greg will give our input to your cars that you think to buy. And then we're going to play Dude, Where's My Car, right? Oh, and then before Dude, Where's My Car, both me, Con, and Greg is going to share what we think is a car worth getting, a manual car. Yeah. Okay, so let's go for a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to start talking about the pros and cons of manual, right? Including twin plates, twin clutch, twin plate. Right.
When I switched to pro mileage, in my case, I got 47% of savings for that car.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
Hello, welcome back. All right, let's sorry, Con and Greg, I know I was killing a conversation, but I want to make sure we go and make sure we get our mental brain ready so we start talking. I noticed we tend to talk better about the topic.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go, let's see some of the chat over here. Yikang say hello, Thomas, Greg.
Hello,
Pijot,
Yikan.
Pijot 208 GTI. All right. Let's see. Force for Speed says manual because it gives my left leg a good workout without needing to go to the gym.
Well,
It's
your
not
left
balanced,
leg
bro.
and
It's
right
not balanced.
balance already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Left side,
yeah.
left side stronger.
Manual okay, average Mr. Average Saving says manual transmission are lower spec, cheaper cars, brand new from the showroom floor. The future is on fast shifting automatic. Those who preach manual cars need to jump ahead and leave the current. Yeah.
But okay, this
I
is one point
know.
I wanted to like mention. Right, in the UK, a lot of people are still looking for brand new cars from the showroom floor in manual. That particular market is so they're so keen on manual cars even until today. I find it a bit
Yeah.
interesting compared to our market here. So I don't know why there's massive jams in the UK. They have very bad congestion, but they still want
In
a
London,
cheap
man.
car to be offered.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I know
intriguing.
Yeah.
Eugene is being a little cheeky and plus sarcastic here, but he actually has a point.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Mm.
actually has a point because if you rewind back 30 years ago when autos were just 3 speed and 4 speed, there's still a sizable performance and efficiency deficit between manual and auto. But now,
Yeah.
if
You
you're
have seven
looking at
speed,
Auto
12 speed.
if you're looking at purely performance and fuel efficiency, an auto will do a better job any time of the day. If whether you're talking about DCT or even a torque converter, a lot of
Even
them
the
are surpassing
CVT,
manual.
in terms
Huh?
of economy, CVT will trump a manual in terms of
Oh
economy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But what I heard, I don't know if this is true, bro, because I was born in a different era, but I'm not saying I'm younger than you guys, but I'm just saying that. But my dad told me back in the days, the manual is more efficient than the automatic.
Oh, definitely,
Mm.
definitely. Because older autos didn't have lock-up clutch, so there was a lot of slip in the torque converter.
Yes, yes. But
Oh.
technology
Why
has
man?
caught up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
then let's come to the topic then. I mean, Eugene made a very good point, right? But here's the topic though. What's the pros and cons? I think let's hear it from the let's discuss this in front of the audience because I'm sure if you're a car guy, let's assume the 50 plus people watching today, you're all car guys, right?
Yeah.
What what is so appealing about manual? The pros and the cons of the manual, right? So maybe I will start to kick off this subject by asking Greg, because
all
you,
right,
you said you drove a twin what is it, twin
twin
plate,
plate
right?
clutch, 90
So
GDM.
so what's the pros of a twin plate clutch? And then tell us how it feels like and what's the cons
Okay.
of it.
Suddenly my leg is traumatized when it remembers the stress of that 3.5 hour journey. So okay, yeah, twin plate clutch. You have a better bite. You can shift faster. It's not the best to balance though, because the bite is very how to say short. You need to be very
Mm.
precise, nice. So to actually balance it is not as easy. It doesn't feel heavy, but the balancing part, the bite. So you need to
Ah.
repeat that in a stop go traffic. Probably like a car moves like 10 meters in front, stops. So you have to do the same and repeat that probably like 50 times. You get fed up. You get stressed out to balance. And if it's uphill, that's when you get really stressed. Yeah.
Oh, so
So
you mean
like
that
I said,
the bike point is very small lah. So you're
yeah.
very hesitant to drop the clutch lah.
So your left leg really gets the exercise to really balance it at that window
Yeah.
opportunity to press the throttle and to go. So that is a typical characteristics of a twin plate clutch lah, from what I experienced in my GTO. My MPS
Mm.
on the other hand is a stock clutch, but it feels a bit heavier than the GTO's one. But the bite is a bit more balanced. Like you have a window, a bigger area to actually balance and move the car lah. So it's easier to.
Actually, it's actually for exuberant driving, you want the clutch to have a bit of weight.
Probably yeah.
Yeah.
But I think after I drove the GR Yaris, right, I was surprised. GR Yaris has a super light clutch in my books.
That's
GR
your
Yaris,
car, bro.
FK8, and yeah, it's my car, my MPS.
Look at the ridiculously big scoop, man.
Yeah.
Which one on my car?
Yeah, your car.
That's
It's such a
yeah,
big
that's for,
scoop, man. It's like
that's for the top mount intercooler, man. It needs all the
oh,
fresh air.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a top mount intercooler. Yeah, so that's a function. The first gen MPS didn't have the hood scoop. So like when they ran that model for a few years, they discovered that they need to have a scoop. to get fresh air in.
Mm.
Yeah. So the Mazda 6 MPS, Mazda 3 MPS didn't have the first gen, didn't have the hood scoop, only the Gen 2.
Oh,
So Mazda's clutch is a bit heavy, like you say, lah.
A bit heavier. I've driven the GR Yaris and FK8. I feel like the MPS is a bit heavier, but it's easier to balance. So that's a good thing. Yeah. GTO was a bit lighter, but very short window to actually get the
The
clutch
pro
going.
of a twin clutch is you can drop the clutch very quickly, right? Because it's
Yes,
it's a
it's a faster response. Yeah, you can really abuse it.
because
That's
like my Porsche, right? Even though I'm driving spiritedly, I want to drop the gear fast, but sometimes I have to make sure I get the clutch in properly, like so
Yeah.
I won't go like wow wow wow, like 4-3-2, like not like that. It's like wow
That will wreck any
wow.
transmission.
Yeah, I still have to catch the clutch. I have to give some time for the clutch to catch. So
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
twin clutch means you can just drop the clutch. Like
I think the speed of you shifting a twin plate is a lot faster. I think like you can just
really?
that's what I felt like in my GTO. Like
But the thing is that, right, at the end of the day, however fast you can be, you're still constrained by your leg,
yeah,
by the
correct.
speed of your leg, right,
Yes, yeah.
and your hand, right.
Yeah, that's one factor as well. But I don't know. I felt like the bite and how I used the GTO's clutch was a bit more aggressive compared to my MPS, and I felt that the GTO actually take the abuse. It felt okay. Like
But
me
also,
going
right, the thing is that I think in your case, it's also there are a lot of other subconscious sensations that you are registering that informs your the way you handle the car,
probably like
right?
when
When you
one's
engage
hot,
when you engage the shifter, when you step on the clutch, you feel how it pushes back against your feet. Right? All this, it you may not you may not realize it consciously, but it plays inside you subconsciously.
right. And I've driven both in Sepang, my GTO and my MPS, and I could say that the twin plate clutch feeling is better suited for like Sepang and hard driving. That's just my general feeling of it lah. After working both. Wow. You can't get more 90s than that, man. That's so 90s. The smell of the leather, everything, the layout.
The double D slot.
Yep.
look at the steering, bro. Like the steering is so nice.
It's huge, yeah. It's huge, yeah. That's right, very 90s. And the cracking leather, yeah.
But you
And
know what?
it looks big here, right? It's actually very, very compact inside. You sit inside the GTO.
No.
But the GTO
So
is a
when I
big
had the
car,
helmet
bro.
on, it was touching the roof.
But the GTO is a big car, bro. Every time I see GTO, it's like
Yeah,
That,
it's big on the outside,
that
but it's
looks
actually
like-
quite small on the inside. It's
that
quite
looks like
compact.
the same air condiment that you get in a Wira.
They share the same stuff. I think the Mira, the Lancer. My side blinkers, the ones in the fender,
Uh-huh.
it's from an Evo. It's from a Lancer from an Evo, interchangeable, man.
Yeah.
So they share a lot of parts bins, Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
And if you guys love if you guys like the Mitsubishi GTO, let us know in the comments. Type Mitsubishi GTO or give us some love, some likes if you guys are a big fan of this car. All right.
Underrated.
Underrated, right?
Yeah, underrated.
I think the people in Mitsubishi tried really hard for the car. I think you got to respect that,
Yeah. I think they just packed too much tech inside the car for what it is. If they kept it simple without all the active aero and stuff, right? It probably would be an easier car to live with, with all the other maintenance to worry about, right? Yeah.
Right.
So this is my pride and joy back then. lah.
Oh,
This is your car.
Yeah, it's my ex car.
Oh, okay. I recognize the
wait,
location.
Young in the back office is damn bad. You go bring his ex-girlfriend picture out.
I think a lot of us recognize this location.
Yeah. Bukit Tengku.
But look at the real the windscreen, right? It's curved.
So like,
wow.
okay, this car, right, is actually designed by Mitsubishi's US design studio and made in Nagoya. So it's a very rojak car, So it's designed by Americans, produced in Japan, to be sold back to the US market as the main market. And they had a deal with Dodge to make a sister model called the Stealth. Yeah, so this is more like an American car compared to a Japanese car. That's why it's not that popular in Japan. I
It
feel
looks a bit Ferrari to me. Every time I see the GTO, it reminds me a bit of Ferrari. Yeah.
Poor man's
That
Ferrari.
actually that C pillar or whatever you call it, this is C pillar or B pillar, that curvy C pillar, really eye catching
Yes,
from that
yes.
angle.
Yes. I think the side profile has a very 90s sports coupe look, that very classic look, like the fairly Blizzard
Yeah.
32, yeah, that silhouette,
Yeah.
lah, the body shape. But to park in a tight
Anyway,
space is a nightmare, bro.
I
oh,
can
for sure.
imagine.
But let's talk about this. What's the pros of manual in general? Now you got twin plate this, but let's just stay in general. What's the pros of it? Let's go back to con. So
Yeah.
what things are pro of a
I
manual?
think in the modern context, right, there really isn't much pros for a manual as a workhorse. As a day-to-day car, right, you really are better off with an automatic any time of the day. But the manual gives you a more involving driving experience. It keeps you more engaged. That's why when I was driving this Waja, right, even with 110 horsepower on Karak Highway, I always had a lot of fun with this car.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, slap this set of PS3s, right? I gun it at every bend. I'm like full throttle. You know, I wait. It's like the whole sensation. You are approaching that bend. You see that bend coming up. You just hold your throttle. Then okay, pah! Then you go for your downshift. Get your rev matching correct. Aim the steering wheel, and then you just gun it. So the whole part, the most satisfying part to me when I drive the manual is getting my rev matching, getting my heel and toe down changes spot on. When every time you get that right, you'll be like, you know, there's just that little sense of victory every time. And just imagine a lot of all these small victories along the way. It makes you feel alive when you drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Greg? Like downshifting
Yeah.
perfectly?
I mean, like, yeah, that is very important so you don't break your gearbox.
Yeah.
So you get to hold your skills. You get to hold your
And,
skills
and,
manually.
and a lot of people don't think, when I tell people I heel toe and rev match in my day-to-day driving, a lot of people say, hey, you're not driving on track, you know. I said, no, I am preserving my clutch.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
preserving my clutch.
You're
Do you know that,
absolutely right.
that my Waja was on the factory clutch plate until 170,000 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's similar to my MPS. I just changed my clutch at almost 200,000 km.
There you
Stock
go.
clutch.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
But because I never launch, I never love to like launch a car from a dig from a stock.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
one way I try to reduce the excessive wear and tear on the clutch. Don't launch
Correct.
it.
Correct.
You
You
know, the
don't
funny thing
launch
is that
it.
I never
You don't-
launched my Spider. I only launched my E30, my Mini Cooper.
I launched my GTO though, and that was fun.
You launched the video.
That was fun. I
I
launched
don't
the
have
GTO.
to
That
launch
was
my
fun.
Spider. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my MPS I only launched like twice or 3 times. I can count. Like I try not to do it
Sorry.
often.
Con, you're saying something, Con?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. I lost it already.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But rev matching is, I gotta agree, is the most satisfying part. You know, but what I'm very frustrated by Spider is my Spider, although it's great, got manual, you got sport mode, then you got sport plus mode. So sport plus is the most sportier mode, and it gives you a bit of slip, right? The problem about sport plus mode is that it does the downshifting, it does the auto bleed for you. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So you want the most sportier setting, but then you will do the auto bleeping for you. And it's so annoying, you know. So I always end up driving sport. No, just sport. You know.
But to be honest, actually, right, I appreciated auto rev match when I was reviewing the Civic Type R in left-hand drive.
Oh, okay. FK.
Yeah, FK.
Oh, yeah,
That time,
right.
I flew to Europe to experience that. I was like, okay, I'm already having I'm trying to adjust to shifting gears with a different hand. So it's all right. I can let the car do the rev matching for me.
Yeah. In that situation, it helps a lot.
And
I guess
and the thing is that, right, the thing about rev matching and heel and toe, right, is that there's the factor that every car's throttle response is different. You know.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to
Yeah.
account for that.
My mini is a carburetor, right? But injection, but a twin carburetor, right? So
Mm.
when you want to rev match, you must throttle more because it's very slow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But
Correct.
from my experience, right, because I had a twin turbo car and currently a turbo car, so I can't really rev that high. I mean, it doesn't really need to rev that until like 7,000 or 6,005. I think I shift at about 5,005, below 6. So it's a bit different. I don't really do a lot of rev matching. I let the top handle most of the burden, man. I try not to. Honda guys different, like Honda K20A, those high RPM engines is different. Like you love to rev match that car.
Yeah, that one shock. That one shock.
Yeah. The Porsches also rev matching is like, wow, when you get it right, it's like,
You should try. You should try ref matching. You should try ref matching the diesel.
Oh,
diesel.
okay.
This was back in 2011. 2011, I was in Spain for a BMW media drive. So I had a chance to try a 520D manual, 520D F10 6-speed. This is the exact same car, right? So actually, this event, this was the event where BMW flew us to test drive the F10 M5. But they also allow us to try other variants of the 5 Series lah. So I was like, "Wow, 5 Series or manual or." So in the exuberance of my youth, I took this car and I tried lah. I was like, then after that I was like, "Wow, shit, man! To rev match this car is no joke because when your heel go and hit the throttle, right, the revs don't climb fast enough to when after you downshift."
Yeah. It's got a lethargic feeling, I think, turbo diesel.
Yes, you have to really yank the throttle, let the revs build up, then only you release the clutch. But it was a fun experience, lah, all the same.
Was it left and right? Left and drive, right?
Left and drive.
Let's take a break from this discussion and let's go look at the chat. Okay, let's get Yikang. I see Puchong jam, my mood straight away gone when driving car. Okay, manual is all like Nokia phone, having tactile feeling but not everyday use. If Mazda ATF or 8-speed ZF, I would lean towards automatic. That's true.
These two
No,
are.
I so agree with you, Dying. That's one of the cons of it. When you see a traffic jam, I understand. I ask my housemate, can I borrow your Axia? I drive the Axia. Yeah. A lot of people prefer auto, sometimes exotic cars, manual form, command higher price. Hey, this is one of the pros of manual cars, right?
Yeah, because it's rarer. I think.
Because don't forget, all these manual Lambos lah, Aston lah, Ferrari, one, they are a dying breed. Two, these are not cars you drive every day, so it's perfectly fine to get them in manual. It's more desirable to get them in manual.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are they still making any manual Ferraris nowadays? Like, I don't think
no.
Ferrari now no more manual.
After the F430 and the 599
Actually, Casey's opinion here nails it, like, if you ask me.
I think after 599 GTB and the 430, and then they X the manual already.
Yeah. Because they've come to a point where they are developing all the DCTs lah, then their automated manuals try to shift faster than humanly possible with a standard manual transmission.
Somebody is asking, does heel and toe downshifting uses more fuel? Sam Teo. Yeah.
I guess so.
Don't think so.
But whether it's not the more expense in this whole discussion is the clutch. So even if it spends more fuel, I save my clutch.
Correct.
Like, for example, in car rental companies, right, they try to shy away from manuals because of the wear and tear, because everybody drives different, everybody holds the clutch differently, so that would just make it calculate wear and tear piece of the car. So if you're doing a car rental business, you need something more consistent, which is automatic lah.
Correct.
So that's why it's like as well, for this.
So just now earlier there was a question about some or comment that with a manual your maintenance is lower than auto, on the condition that the driver manages the car properly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I mean, okay, let's look at modern cars. Okay, torque converters, especially Japanese torque, they're quite solid lah. Let's be honest, they're quite solid lah. Icing gearbox, you can throw a bomb in it, it still be fine, right? You know.
Correct.
But DCTs like DSG, a lot of people don't understand that DSGs are still manual cars. So, for example, when you creep forward in the manual, it's very painful for the clutch. You know. So for
Correct.
DSGs, you know, when you drive DSC DCTs, creeping forward is the reason why a lot of gear one, gear two clutch are all gone. You know, this is
Correct.
why a lot of them.
That's
Yeah.
why.
So you have to treat the DSG like a manual car. You know. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why. That's why. Yeah. That's why all the when it's a DCT or a clutch-based CVT, right? In traffic jams, either I full stop or I full let go the brake and let the car roll.
Yeah.
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 I know.
In
You
between is what
only-
kills it.
I
You
remember the
only.
AMT Savvy.
Yeah.
AMT Savvy had the automated manual.
Yeah.
That was my first experience of very weird automatic because it was like a clutch, like a
Yes.
like no car moving, creeping forward. So I was like, why does it feel so weird, man? This AMT. So yeah, there's another system which is
Actually, great. That one, right? If you think about it, that the AMT, right? It's like you drive a manual, but somebody else has to guess your clutch work,
yes.
Yeah.
right?
You know what? I
Somebody else.
drove the Lamborghini, the Aventador, right?
Yeah.
So weird. You put in reverse, then the car don't move. Then you're like,
Clown.
okay, throttle, room, room. Then the car, then you feel the clutch like, ooh. Then it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
So it's like I'm driving without my left foot. You know, my left foot is controlled
Correct.
by like it's like, how do you say it's like you have a left foot doing the clutch, but you must trust that the left foot is working even you don't know it's working. You know,
Correct.
this is so
Correct.
weird.
Correct.
But the a lot. How many guys know that the Aventador runs an auto like an AMT, like a single clutch? You know, the Aventador has that, and it's ridiculous when it shift gears. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's very clunky and slow speed though. Like when you're like creeping.
Yeah.
through
Oh,
traffic.
I hate it so much. I hate
Yes.
it so much.
Yeah. But to be honest, all these single clutch automated manuals, right? It's quite nice to drive. It's satisfying to drive if you get it right at full pelt. So like I had a chance to drive what was it? The Audi 8R8 R-Tronic, and also later on I managed to try the Gallardo in Sepang, right? The trick is you must know when to release your accelerator pedal. You need to
Yes.
briefly release the accelerator pedal. Then when the car upshifts, then the whole shifting is smooth. And when you get that, when you accomplish that, right, you'll be like, yes.
A
You
lot
feel
of people
like
drive the Lamborghini. How they put the foot down, and while the foot is down, they hit the throttle pedal. They hit the gear pedal.
cannot. Cannot.
The Vantage, same thing. The Vantage, same thing. The Aston
Yeah.
Martin Vantage, same thing. Yeah, it slaps
You
you
need
in the
to-
seller speed. The Alfa
You
Romeo
need to
seller speed.
release. Yeah, I need to release.
Greg, have you driven the Alfa Romeo with the seller speed? The AMT on the Alfa Romeo.
I didn't get to try the one yet, not yet. Yeah. Maybe one
I
day.
heard it's ridiculous. Also, another ridiculous gearbox.
Yeah. But it was quite pricey
Yeah.
to replace. So I think when my friend got that first edition Savvy AMT, right, his one died within 2 years. I think the transmission.
Oh man.
Yeah, he had to look for another shop, some in USJ, to get a 4,000 ringgit replacement compared to what Proton quoted, I think like 10K to replace the AMT. Yeah. It was his daily driver anyway. Yeah, so did high mileage on the AMT.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Go back to manual. GIR is easy, so capable.
Yes,
Oh,
agreed.
Right.
Much, yes.
There was 6 ads on
Oh,
It's like admiring a lingering until she opened the mouth, talking like Alien. Alias is a manual. Legendary. MPS
Right.
owner.
got a legend in our midst, yo.
Mr. Average Savings.
Oh, legend.
Manual
I know
transmission
legend.
are like good deterrent to texting while driving. Actually, it's true, you know. I actually
Yeah,
stopped
keep your
texting
eyes
when
on the road.
driving when I
Man.
heard manual.
Focus on driving. Don't start texting.
Even in traffic jam, I tend to text less, you know, because you need both the hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
correct.
Then what you do is right, you voice message lor. Hello.
Voice message, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Long clutch driving daily, highway speed for 4 years. Okay. Question. Okay, I want to ask Greg Con.
Mm.
how would you give yourself a rating on heel and toe? Between 1, you destroy the clutch every time. 10, you're so pro of it. Okay, 1 to 10. What do you think, Greg? Okay, audience, what do you think? Do you think Greg has owned manual cars for probably a decade plus, right? Con also a decade. Thomas, only the last 1 year he sold his C43 and then got 3 manual cars in his garage. Okay. So I want you to guess between 1 to 10, you think who 1 is like you destroy the clutch every time, 10 is like perfect shift. Okay, let's go with Greg. What do you think? Okay, Greg, how do you think your level of heel and toe is?
It's hard because I would say it would vary between different feel.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So okay, based on my own cars, 8. Because I managed to keep my clutch like survive for a long time, and I'm good with it. I'm gentle with it. But if you give me like a FB2R, FK8, it'll be a bit different. So probably not as high rating as I would to my own cars. So for my own cars, probably 8. Other cars, maybe 6.
Because the thing is that, right, mastering heel and toe, right, you need to first acclimatize yourself with the car's clutch bite point, and also the throttle response.
Yes.
So like what Greg said, right, I think if you will put me to my old Waja, I heel toe like maybe 7, all right, consider myself 6 or 7. But if you put me in someone else's car, I'll probably rate myself a 3 or 4.
No wonder when you drove my Spider, you never heel and toe my car. Yeah.
That's
No,
such an
because I was the whole length of our journey, I was still customizing myself to your car.
Yeah, you were probably 3 and 4, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if I had a chance to live in your car for a month or 2, maybe I'll get better. But I don't think you will let me use your car for so long.
Well,
but if in the future, if your collection grows and you need parking space, I'm always happy to accommodate.
I tell you, of all cars, if I need a foster parent, it will be my E30 and Mini but my Spider is. I'm married to the Spider I cannot.
I am Thomas. I'm just as happy to foster your E30 or your.
Look, you're driving my car there. This is the
yes.
Yeah. I think I'm a 6 lah. Because sometimes I still catch myself in the wrong ref range.
It happens.
Yeah.
But
okay lah. I think 10 corners, maybe 1 I will get it wrong. Not say wrong lah, but slightly off, so you'll feel the jerk a bit lah.
Yes. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Hey, you got another volunteer for your Mini.
Yikang say, Mini, let me take care. Hey, you know what? The Mini is the only. Someone asked me, Thomas, you get the Spider, do you get chicks or not? I say my Spider never attracted chicks. My Mini, bro, I tell you, I take the Bangsa. 3 times go Bangsa. 1 time sure a lady ask, hey, your car so cute. Then occasionally, can I take selfie, take Wi-Fi with your car? Like I'm just driving my Mini. I'm trying to get my burger lap and go home. Trying to get my VCR coffee and go home.
You should put a sticker there, right? Come take a selfie with my Mini. Put a sticker at the side.
Yeah.
Promote.
Thomas, because all these girls, right, 9 out of 10 times, there's some other guy driving a regular Boxster, right? Try to hit on them. They're like, I've seen all this and they look at your Spider. They can't tell it from the regular Boxster. But they see your Mini, is like, whoa, Mini! You're automatically like, cute factor escalated.
No one is angry at the Mini. Everyone loves the Mini. Motorbikes, Grab drivers. One time, I was squeezing to get my burger lap order. I think I parked somewhere. There was a motorbike lane. I eat 1 lane, Then the Grab driver parked next to me. He smiled at me, He had no problem with me taking a bit of motorbike lane.
Eugene says thanks to Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah, thanks to Mr. Bean.
That helps as well.
It's a ridiculously cute car, but anyways, the manual. Oh, by the way, the manual gearbox in this car is crap because it's you don't know when you're in gear 1. You go gear 1, you're like in or not. Then you drop the clutch, not in Then you have to clutch and then put it in. The feel isn't great. There's no feel one. You don't know when you're in gear 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the reverse
so-
gear, you got to pull, go up and pull
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And out of 5 times I do that, 1 time sure kita ada makan one. Then I drop the clutch, room, Then I have to go in again. It's just the nature of the gearbox, not the best. Yeah.
What I
But
call
for me,
it the style, is it? That my MPS is push down and forward like first gear. That's the reverse.
Mine is right,
Yours is
up, and then down.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The mini is a bit weird, but yeah. But the mini is the gearbox isn't great lah, and let's be honest, heel and toe in minis are not fun. You know. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Either if I'm doing hard driving in Janda bike, I just leave it in gear 3 and I just drive. Just like okay, I'm not gonna do anything else. But the E30 because it's injection, then you can still and tow. Hey, speaking about which, I want to ask you a question. Which manufacturer makes fantastic manual gearboxes?
Honda.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
So far, my most memorable manual driving experience FD2R from Japan.
Agreed. Yes, agreed. Second will be DC5, I think. I tried DC5 and MD2R.
Yeah.
The click and the mechanical feel is superb.
Oh, yo. It's the only manual gear change I would describe as orgasm. It's like
Jizzing non-stop. Click, 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 click.
Let me look. Honda.
Yeah.
Eugene
Honda,
Oh, MD2R, Honda, Porsche, all right,
I
S2000.
haven't tried S2K though. Like, Eugene, can I try your car, Eugene? Straight away ask.
Actually, I agree with you. Honda's is not heavy, but it's just enough rubber for that soft feeling, but it's
And-
not like super soft, right?
You know what's nice? It's precise.
Correct.
Precise.
You know when you're in gear. There's no hesitation. You drop the clutch, you know you're in gear 2.
Yeah.
You know you're in gear 3. There's no hesitation. Yeah.
I think if I had to be a manual car, I would choose a Honda. I mean, it was like those.
Yeah. No two ways about it. No two ways about it.
I think
had to do it,
it's
I know.
it's great for spirited driving and great for daily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Porsche, I like. Okay, let's see over here. Brandon says Porsche, right? Porsche's one, the clutch is super heavy. Greg, have you driven the Porsche manual before?
Not a manual one. No.
No,
Yeah, I haven't tried.
One day you drive my Spider, you feel it. The clutch is super heavy. Like
Over
it's
there.
like a tractor. And there's a click, it's like click, 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 click. There's a clicking one, like
Yeah.
you can feel it on your toe. They soften it on the 718 lah, but my gen, right, is heavy. And then the manual gearbox is like clack, 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 clack. So it gives you the assurance. But the downside is you need to push it in. You need to really click it in for the 718. You got to push it in. But when you're in, there is a mechanical clack, clack. It's like a very hard left, up, down, and down, down. It's a lot of clicking. And then in fact the
That sounds like
Spider
a
you
video
drop
game,
the
man.
top, right? You can hear the manual gearbox. You can actually hear from the bottom of the car. It's like Yeah.
Damn man, I need to get another manual car back in my garage.
Yes. You car enthusiast, you must have a manual.
I think if you have like one of each, right? Like daily duties, automatic, the weekend car, the fun car, manual. I think that's just nice. So you have a choice.
That's the problem. I have all manual cars at home now.
Yeah, you need one automatic.
Yeah.
You need one auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, Axel.
Axia, that's my first manual car.
Oh.
My C43 for this. Everyone think that I sold my C43 for the Spider. Guys, you're wrong. I sold the C43 for this. My C43 was supposed to be my daily, and then my Spider is my weekend.
You made a sideways move from a Mercedes C class to a BMW C series.
Yeah, I just saw people who drove the M635 CSI like Chong. I see Adrian smiling his Volvo 240. And I'm like, damn, I want a classic car, man. I want it so badly, And then I'm like, you know what? Screw the C43. It's a fantastic car, but it doesn't spark any joy in my heart. My heart doesn't feel like, Yeah.
Oh, Eugene said, okay, great, come try. All right. I'm gonna squeeze.
Oh, yeah. Song,
Wait. Wow,
Yeah,
game
okay,
come try
okay.
try. Yeah, very nice, very
Cool, cool.
nice. Yeah.
Next week I'll see you, Eugene.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Brandon said Porsche clutch is for men. You're absolutely right. You know the clutch is so heavy. Sometimes I'm cleaning my car. I just want to test how heavy it is. I use my hand to press it. I can't press it with my arm, you know.
Oh,
You know, and I work out, you know. Sometimes to press my arm is like it's like I cannot press it with my arm, you know. Yeah.
But how far is the biting point? Like the balance? Is it easy to balance, or it's very short and very
It's a bit okay. You clutch. It's a bit slightly upper a bit. So you clutch all the way. You have
So
to
it's
drop
long,
a bit. Yeah.
okay,
So whenever you go you downshifting, whatever you clutch, you shift your gear, and then you drop here to bite, and then you let go. So it's like there's like a pit stop. You know. Yeah.
I see.
It's kind of weird, but after a while you get used to it. I appreciate Porsche's clutch when you're driving hard. When you're driving in city, it sucks. When you're driving hard, yes, you can just and then you drop the clutch because once it bite in, you can drop all the way. You know.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that, right, when you are driving hard, when you're driving enthusiast, right, you will use a lot of strength. Because you're excited, you pop, 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 pop. So a heavy clutch balances against that. But when you are going by a daily commute, you just like a heavy clutch then becomes a bit of a hindrance.
In the Porsche, you have to kick the clutch. I mean, driving hard, I actually kick the clutch one. I just go whack all the way, then shift down, then I drop it. The pressure you put is a kick. It's not a press. The Honda, on the other hand, you can press it nicely.
Wow, Honda. If only all the Honda prices aren't so ridiculous, it's so tempting to get one.
But what I like about the Honda is the three pedals are very nicely placed. You know? I love the three pedals. And BMW E30, the placement is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I think the GIRS as well. Placement is good.
Yes,
It's easy to shift, easy to balance, but you can whack the hell out of the car. So it's amazing.
The GIRS is a ridiculous car, lah. It's a ridiculously good car. It's absurd.
And you can easily daily a GIRS.
Yeah.
Hey, that looks like a good. This is where Tommy McKinnon put his input, lah, bro. I think
the balance of the placement of the pedals, right? It's very nice. It's very nice.
It's exactly 1, 2, 3 nicely,
Yes.
Yeah.
See, even until now, right, I can remember my drive in the GIRS because it gave such an impression, man. It's that good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take away from Yaris. Eugene say the F355 manual is very beautiful. I didn't say the word. Okay, it's still family show, right? Okay. Let's see. I love my Mazda Gogo van for Pasar Malam.
Oh, that's old school.
Long shift fuel, but a soft hydraulic clutch. Oh, okay.
Oh, Amir Harris is here as well. Okay. Hi, Amir.
Okay. So we've been talking a lot about the pros and cons. We deviate a little bit, but I think we all can agree lah. Manuals are just when it's just more engaging lah. Let's be honest lah. Yeah, it's not the fastest car, and sometimes you let the PDKs go. You know, let the DCTs go, but when you reach a destination, you just have a big smile on your face lah. I think we all can agree with it, right? Yeah.
And if you're not chasing lap times at Sepang, right, a manual is fun. So fun.
Correct.
Yes, if you're not chasing lap times.
Hey, you're true, Greg. No, the first time I took my Spider on track recently, I went to my.
You went last week, right? Yeah, you went for the night.
Yeah, I went last week, and it was the first time that I actually enjoyed my track day. You know, I used to be usually very stressful. You know, but I'm just like, to hell with lap time lah, whatever lah. I'm gonna just time the downshift properly. It's like, whoa, you know, getting the right gear, right, you know, entry point, exit point. You throttle, and then I was first time driving a real drive LSD lah, so I was like, I throttled them early, you know. So I was just having fun on the track, and I looked at my GoPro. I was like, oh, okay, I did a 2:45. Okay, I never think much.
Okay,
I wasn't thinking about setting a lap time, but the lap time hey, not bad with my dad as passenger. I'm not gonna torture my dad with like trail braking and stuff, you know.
Hey, that's not a bad time at all.
Good, man. Yeah, I did a sometime lap last week, right? 3 minutes and 3 seconds when with my wife inside recording me. It was
But it
like a
was
chill
fun, right?
drive.
Yeah,
It's fun, very
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
too
I
forget.
wasn't trying, but okay lah. But all things considered, the spider's
Yes.
handling is ridiculous lah. The
Oh yeah.
LSD in the car is
Oh,
light, and the boxer behind you. The how I got advantage because I drove the GT4 718. Thanks to
Oh,
Con and Horizon.
oh,
I learned how early you can throttle a mid-engine car out of the corner.
yeah.
You know.
oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and I learned
During
from MAM how to position your mid-engine car for an exit. No, so you always attack the late apex with a mid-engine car. You can attack the late apex you can enter with so much speed and exit so much speed, the mid-engine cars.
yeah.
Then I
Because
attribute a lot to that.
because the car rotates with you. You feel almost as if as you are the center of the car,
Yes.
the car center of mass.
Like when I was having the track day, open track day last week, right? There were 2 Porsche Cup cars running that morning. So when they came at turn 14, I think, oh my god, they were blasting high speed, man. I was like, oh shit, I'm understeering, but they're just going so
Right.
fast. And the sound it makes is incredible. Porsche Cup cars, it's nuts.
If there's an entry level track car I would like to have is a 718 GT4 because they are mid-engine cars are just magic on track lah.
Yes.
Ridiculous with LSD and the trick suspension. And then no, when I did the review, when Con sent me over to do the review for the 718 Cayman GT4, no, the instructor keeps saying throttle, like gas gas now Then the next lap, the same corner, I guess, you cannot. You know, it's just ridiculous. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, I do have a lot more fun on the track. I wasn't thinking about lap times. You know,
Yes.
so happened I did one lap, and then I said, Dad, you want to go a second? I said, let's go. I did a hot lap with him. You know, came back. And I was like, oh, I watched my GoPro. I was like, hey, not bad. You know,
It's
yeah,
good, respectable time.
yeah. But the car has a lot of advantage, lah. Be honest, the Spider has quite a lot of Oh yeah, when they haven't again. Love that car. Just don't like the exhaust sound. No exhaust sound. The brakes and the aerodynamics is ridiculous. Yeah.
Look at the size of the calipers, man. Nuts.
Yeah, bro. The most impressive thing about this car, I know it's deviating from the topic, is that when you brake the car hard, never once the car will wobble. It's just straight. When you press the brake all the way, the car just like and you're like thinking like, I'm braking and I'm full braking. Then you throttle out the corner, the car sits. The more you throttle, the more the car sit down. It's like, whoa, what is this magic, man? Yeah.
Yeah. He will obliterate his bigger brothers. I think I agree.
Oh,
Track.
of course. Porsche will make sure it does.
Well, you make sure it
Otherwise,
doesn't. It will keep it down because the 911 needs to be the main seller, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, we have a lot of conversation today. I think we all agreed that that it's more engaging to drive. Okay. Quick one. What's the con of driving the manual? Then we go for a quick break, and after the break, we'll do some questions. If you got any questions, we will answer the question. If not, we'll just skip. So, if you have any questions, there's a chance to ask after the break. Yeah. Okay. Questions of buying guide. Which car to buy? Yeah. Okay. So cons. What's the cons of it? Talk about traffic.
Yeah, perhaps. See, the thing is that, right? I would just say this: it's pointless to buy a manual car if it is not for the purpose of fun driving.
Yes.
So if you're telling me, right, if you're buying a car, if let's say you're buying a car purely as a workhorse drive, even if let's say like you go for your Pasar Malam or whatever, an auto. But you know, it's nicer to drive the manual when you're going to your morning drives.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, is it more expensive to maintain a manual? Let's ask both more experienced manual. Is it more experienced to maintain a manual?
More expensive. If you're not skilled with your clutch, it can be very expensive.
Yeah. Okay, like if you're the type who just wants to launch your sporty hot hatch, manual hot hatch, right, you will end up spending quite a bit. New clutches.
Or you're the
New
type that
fuels.
you want to show. You're the type you want to show off to your friends and balance the car on the hill, right? Without using brakes, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That one you jialat,
That's the
that
worst,
one.
bro.
Yeah.
That's the worst. I actually made the
And
mistake before my E30, right? I tried to do that, right? Ooh. Then when I stopped my car, right, I could smell my clutch,
Ah,
yes. You're burning the clutch, bro. Burning the clutch.
yeah. Don't do that. So the time when we young we tata papa then okay lah. But now we more seasoned drivers, we like, don't do that.
That's right. Well, I think like if in terms of cost, I think manual will be cheaper if you know how to maintain it well, drive it well,
Correct.
and not abuse it. Yes, if you're gonna
Correct.
abuse it like a boy racer, right, it's gonna wear out very
Because,
fast.
because the thing is that clutch plate replacement requires you to open the engine and gearbox.
Yes, yeah.
Your labor easily will be $500-600 already minimum.
Yes, correct.
So it's not the clutch plate that's expensive, which it can be, but it's the time and the labor to
Time, yeah, the
change.
labor.
Yeah, the labor. It's the labor to open up the engine and gearbox.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before you go on the break. Do you still have save for? No? Do you still multi engine when you drive manual?
I can't say for Greg, but I would say it happens to 90% of us.
Yes.
My Spider,
You're not paying attention.
I still multi my Spider sometimes. No?
I think mine I mati like you wanna text then the traffic light goes green. Oh shit. And you're not focusing.
But-
Nice.
But some
Yes.
some cars they may want mati easier than others one.
Mm.
Like I can tell you
Porsche multi
the
very fast.
Oh, for
Vios
sure.
J. Vios is one that always multi engine one. That I mean in my experience driving lah. The other one is Magan RS, the previous gen Magan RS.
Or the Mark 3.
Mark 3.
Mm.
I think the Vios is because of the very short clutch. If I recall
Yeah.
correctly, I had a friend who was Vios, right? So
Very
the belly is
easy.
very short. Very short.
Whereas my experience driving the Waja, it's not at all easy to stall the car. I can actually hold the car with my brakes, slowly release the clutch, and the car can still jalan.
So it's quite balanced, I guess. The
Very well balanced.
the balance, yeah.
I think the Porsche one, I feel they cut very early because it's to prevent engine damage. Yeah.
Could be also.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you feel like my E30, you can like, like the Porsche is like, it's like, okay, I'm done. Like just a little bit, then the car's like, I don't want to deal with you.
It's
Shut
like,
down.
the car's asking you, are you going to drive me or not? You're not going to drive me?
Yeah. The Porsche, sometimes I never pay attention to the speed. I'm slowing down, braking. I'm just like, I'm looking at my text. Then I'm like, then I try to take the corner. It's like, oh. It's very malu. And then, the last thing you do is like, anyone I know around me, okay, never mind, start my car again.
I just want to highlight Forge for Speed's comment. Worst experience caught in a jam at the steepest part of Pinty Hill climb.
I can imagine that.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. I feel you. You know what? I will gladly drive the Axia if it's a New Year's Eve.
No,
I was stuck 2 weeks ago at Genting near the Chin Swee Temple. So that particular corner, there's an area at the side where you can park your cars, right? So I don't know why it was so jammed up there. So after a while, all of us, me and my friends, decided to just go to the left and park the car. And the steepness and like rolling backwards, like, oh my god, this is so difficult, man. Traffic jam at that section near Chin Swee Temple.
You know what? Lao Sui Kai say enjoy manual now, in picture might not have manual cars anymore. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Electric future.
Yeah. Okay, we have a little bit chat. It's already almost an hour. We're gonna go for a quick break. If you have any questions regarding which car to buy, if you need advice on what car to buy, you're thinking about this car or that car, or maybe you want to buy this car but you're not sure, ask us right now. After the break, if there's any, we'll answer the questions. If it's a manual car that you're looking to buy, even better. Let's go for a quick break. Let's unload this question. We come back, answer those questions, and then we're going to go through Con, Greg, and myself. We're going to give you what we think are great manual cars to consider today. All right. Let's go for a break, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Hey, by the way, it's here. The fire expired is here.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, it seems there are no questions so far, which is good, so we can go faster in this agenda. Okay, what manual cars would you recommend? Let's talk about what a good manual car's about. And any of you guys here are looking to get into the manual game, what car would you recommend?
Purely-
For fun or for daily usage or for
I mean, like
Mix of
concept,
both.
if you get a manual, it has to be fun lah. I mean,
Okay,
there's
yeah,
no
like-
logical reason anymore for a manual.
FD2R,
Yeah. Ah,
FD2R.
I
but
would
the
That's the
say
first
prices
car
are
that-
going.
yeah,
I mean, what are the prices right now? What 140 or something like that?
around there. Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
Not getting any
I think it's a
cheaper.
bit overpriced, lah,
No.
bro.
No.
I think for
Okay,
used
Greg, do you
car,
think it's overpriced? Do you think it's overpriced? 140K for FD2R?
not exactly. If you say it's 200K, then yes, overpriced. But if it's
Yeah.
140K, I can sort of like understand why. And there's also like Recon from Japan and the Malaysian ones, the Malaysian FD2Rs.
For me,
So-
I think FD2R a fair price lah. A fair price considering the capabilities and all right. It's actually maybe about 120, 130. So I feel.
Yeah, around there. That's fair. Yeah.
For
And-
120K.
Holy 170 transacted ah. Hiya. Window
Hey.
opportunity.
Is this, a,
170.
is this a Malaysian unit or a Recon unit from Japan? There's a difference, I heard, like between the Malaysian ones sold officially by Honda Malaysia here and also the Recon ones brought in by dealers.
Why? What's the difference?
I'm not sure why, but probably some features the Malaysian one compared to the Japanese ones might be a bit different. I don't know, like interior wise or whatever.
But which one is fetching the higher price?
I think I heard it's the Recon ones. I think.
Is it because the Recon ones are still unregistered? That's why they qualify for cannot be right?
It'll be probably the specs because probably the
Could be a
colors.
spec thing, lah.
My
Yeah.
friend has a silver color MV2R, and then those who bought the Malaysian ones only have white, like one color.
Yeah, correct. Championship one.
Yes. So I don't know why. Recon's fetching a bit more
FD2R.
price.
But whether it's 120 or 170, I have a trouble grasping it on the price. You know,
It's like crypto, you know.
no, okay, don't get me wrong. Great car. In fact, the most I won't say FD2R really put a strong impression on me is the DC5. Man,
Oh,
that car, man. My friend has a Creta Hantu. You know the no plate one
Yeah.
from he tow to the track and drive Daryl, my friend, in the yellow DC5, and my God, like he could keep up with Lotuses. It's like, are you kidding? You can keep up with Lotus, like stupid. It's just the way. Oh, and then when he enters the 7,000 band, is like different world.
You
I
know, like,
get it,
when you drive this cars, right, you have to really rev until 9,000 and to really enjoy the full VTEC power and everything. It's so
That
weird.
car, you cannot drive gently.
Weird.
You must grab it by the
Yes.
neck, and then you have to go like this.
And
Yeah,
actually, top
yeah.
steers, the DC5 has some top steer at the higher res.
Really,
to really cut it. Yeah, a bit. Second only to the
But
MBS.
still,
Yeah.
in my mind, it's just like
Sure.
in my mind, it's just like 80K, 90K. In my mind, it's just still
No.
like 80K, 90K. But
Sure.
to
You mean
100,
FD2R?
I mean, like, yeah, I know that's
FD2R
a DC5.
never went down to 80, 90K. Never went down to
Holy moly!
Yeah,
lower
there
to went down to
Wait.
I think 100.
Why this fella
110.
could put supercharger inside? Oh my God!
you go. 188. Wow. With a
Why
supercharger.
would you put a
Okay.
supercharger in it?
Spoil the balance, I think. You ask me.
Okay, So Con picks the FD2R. Let's pause that for the moment. Got some Q&A questions over here. Then we come back to Greg. What would he pick? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. XJL. Goodbye. Okay. I've no.
It depends on which. We do not know which generation of the XJL
Yeah.
we are talking about.
Is the I think I'm assuming it's the latest one. No, the silhouette.
Long
like the-
wheelbase. Yeah. Very long.
wheelbase.
Well, you definitely turn more heads than the S Class or 7 Series.
Yes, definitely. The
I never driven
Jaguar is not common, man. Not really common from second XL.
But here's what I heard: it's better handling than the 7 Series.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it still has a sportier chassis setup.
2000. Yeah. You say 2011.
Lighter
latest
weight
one.
chassis.
Latest one, okay, right? Yeah.
Okay, I guess it depends on what you want, Max. I mean, if you want a car to chauffeur people around, I think nothing beats like a 7 Series. And I dare say even the LS 460, man. Man, I sat behind that one. I was like, whoa, not bad, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paulus here mentions, how about the Lotus Elise Type 2? Lotus Elise, you mean S2, is it? Paulus, yeah. I've driven the S2. As a manual car, it's great, but I think the shifter is lacking a bit. That's what I feel. Like compared to like the V2Rs and FK8 and other manuals, right? I feel like the Elise's shifter is not as sharp as it should be. I feel that's what I felt.
I think Lotuses are not. They where they trump is the suspension tuning, not the
handling, the feel, yeah, not the gearbox.
Yeah. Okay, Sean. I think Sean is asking something. Megan RS, and then Mazda MPS.
Yes, for sure.
All
He
right.
is recommending as choice for good manual cars. Right.
I think for me, my choice, if you can afford it, FK8.
FK8.
Yeah, FK8. Something that you can.
Actually, FK8 doesn't have the same kind of drama as an FD2R, but it's a more daily drivable car.
Yes.
I think the best way to describe the FK8, right, is that it's like a Golf R that's front wheel drive with manual transmission.
Yep. True. So
yeah,
it's soft when you want it to be, and even in R Plus, right, it's still me coming from MPS with coilovers, right. The R Plus is comfortable, man. In FK8,
it is. I never driven it. I was amazed how comfortable it is.
Yep, it is.
It's very dailyable, is it?
Yes.
Very dailyable.
Very dailyable.
Especially coming from you, Thomas, right? Driving that car, it's like going to an S Class already.
Yeah. It's super easy, bro.
Because
really easy.
You look at where you are now with your Spider, with your E30, with your with your Mini. FK8 is an S Class in comparison.
Yeah.
In terms of ride comfort.
The only thing I can't get past the FK8. Okay, guys, if you love the FK8, let us know in the comments if you're an FK8 fan. But the reason I can't get past the FK8 is that it looks like a toy, the big wing, it's like,
smiling,
and then the side, like, whoa, the rims is like, whoa, it's like, so 3 pipes behind, I just cannot get past that. It's so toy, Yeah.
So Honda has heard you, and they've made the new Civic Type R very docile looking in comparison to the FK8.
Is this the new one?
This is the current one.
Yeah,
the FK8 this one. This is taken in Malaysia, of course.
Yeah. The latest one is
FK8, okay, what I would describe the FK8R is like a Lamborghini. It's like a toy. It looks like a toy.
Yeah.
And personally, I cannot accept the kind of aesthetics. Like the reason I hate, I love the GT4 in terms of handling. Whether it's 981, 718 is ridiculous, right? But I just can't get wrap my head around the big wing on the back. It's just like, like the wing is like, what's wrong with you, man? It's just doesn't look nice on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And the FK 8R has that kind of, but I guess I'm not their buyer, But hearing what you say is appealing now. It's just like, maybe I can get that as a daily because
if you can get past the look, right? Yeah, you can get past the looks. It's a daily drivable car. Just that
you must put Civic Civic turbo body kit only lor.
And then the boot is big as well, right? Mirror seats are nice. Big.
Oh yes, yes.
Practical, it's practical. Really, it's practical.
It is. It is a car you can use as a you really can use this as a daily car. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's look.
FK,
So
FD2
Greg
you
is
cannot
the
daily.
FK8R. Con is FD2R. All right. Yeah.
But if you must have it as a daily, then FK is a better choice. FD2 you cannot daily that.
But you know what? When I had the M235i, I was humiliated by FD2R, FK8Rs. I was humiliated. I was like, oh, because I had my 1 series and I did my best time. I worked damn hard, right? I get like 258. That's my 1 series. Okay. Okay. Every corner, like, oh no. Okay. Then I got my M235i. I'm like, oh, I got a 3-liter engine now. I got a coupe form, M performance, M235i. I was like, okay lah, this time I will do a damn good lap. And I was like, I was braking hard, and I remembered, right, that it's a Volkswagen track night. Then when I was braking to for which corner again? Okay, 1, 2, the sharp right, number 4, right? Corner 4, right?
4 or 5,
yeah. The sharp right, right? I was hitting my brakes, right? And I see the FK8R, so throttling, it's like, so I can hear the throttle. And then at the very last minute, brake turn. I was like,
yes.
did you just do that? You know?
Yeah.
And then I did my hot lap, then my brakes started to heat up. So I did my cool down lap. Then I see the same FK8R still whacking the second time. Whack again. I was like, hey. Then I parked my car in the pit. I was waiting, chatting with some friend, almost 5 minutes. Then only the FK8R. I was like, this guy must have did 4 hot laps before he came back. You know?
Yeah.
And then I saw the lap time, 2:32.
Wow.
What?
Okay. But you know what? I heard the GIR is driven by.
I got humiliated. I'm like, I got rear-wheel drive. I got the better setup. But the FK8R just humiliated me. It's just so bad.
Bro, the GIRs with 1 cylinder less did 234, I heard. With a good driver as a
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
With 1 cylinder less than the FK8.
I am not surprised.
But that's so respected because the GR is not a track car. It's a rally car.
Yeah.
But to put up that kind of
Well,
number is ridiculous. And Sepang is a big track. It is big track. So power matters on Sepang. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the FK8R got 2 reasons why I don't like it. One is the looks. The second is it humiliated me. So I didn't really like it.
So you have an agenda against it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. There's another one last question. Okay. No more question. Okay. Manual BMW for weekend car. What would you recommend?
Wow. If you can afford 46 M3 more.
I mean, let's still go something. Okay. If you higher budget, then E46 M3. But you know what? If you have the budget, don't even touch E46 M3. Z4M Coupe.
Yeah. Oh, it came in manual? The Z4M Coupe?
All manual.
Yeah.
Only Z4M Coupe is only manual.
That S54 engine only was ever paired with manual transmission.
Nice.
Hmm.
I thought they paired it with the SMG also.
Oh yeah, sorry, But SMG mechanically
manual
is
also
also manual. You can convert SMG to manual just like that.
Right.
But you know what? I had to Sean Tan E36. What do you think? E36. Oh, look
Good
at
choice.
that. Look at the.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Good choice. E36 is a good choice at a budget. But they are at the good units are escalating in prices now.
Yeah. You can see slowly creeping up already.
E36 is creeping up.
You know, I actually viewed a car in 2016 or 15 when I was expanding my business in India. I have no cash I was throwing my money, and then I saw on car list, and I text the guy, but I never really went to see the car. It was a Z4M Coupe for 120,000 ringgit.
Wow.
Oh,
I have no cash. For it. because I was I was building my business, so I had no cash. I would have sold my 1 Series for a heartbeat for that car, if I had the money. Yeah. Uh, E36.
Oh,
I think a budget car will be E36. I think. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
If you
318 wouldn't be happy if you can find
no
a
lah,
325
look
or
for a
328,
six-cylinder model lah.
328. Yeah. The 32 the E36 is more suited for a 6 cylinder than the E30.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Greg, would you pick E36 for manual BMW weekend car?
I I'm more geared towards the 5 Series, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Do they come in manuals like the E39s?
E39, a lot. Most of them here are converted.
I see. Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
that's my preference.
overseas,
That long body.
the E39 come in manual, but the ones in Malaysia that I know of, they are all converted except the M5.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if it's BMW manual, probably Z4M Coupe. That's one of my.
You got the money for it, lah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, money.
Hey, that engine is ridiculous. 3.2 liter, 320 horsepower. 1 liter, every 10 liter, 1 horsepower. Every 10 cc, 1 horsepower, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, last one. Force for speed, 2008, 2009 Audi R8 versus
Wow,
GT
this
35.
one is this is like a premium. Where's my car, man?
One is a German car, but inside is
Yeah.
Lamborghini. It's a Lamborghini in a German car.
Yeah.
The other
I think
one is
depends
a
on your
Japanese.
appetite for maintenance. How far are you willing to go for maintenance?
So let's
the
assume
cylinders.
there's enough pockets for the maintenance, lah, of course, right?
Okay.
But I
Pocket
think
the
the
main-
R-
pocket the
R8.
patient.
I will go for the R8.
R8 is cheaper to maintain, right, than the R35.
You know why? Because I've seen my friend. We had a Genting run last 2 weeks. He brought his R8 Quattro V8, and before that, I had one run in for Audi R8 up to Kuala Lumpur, I think KKB, and the handling is superb, man. I saw my friend gunning up Genting, right? He's an ex A1 GP driver. He can manhandle that car, and the way it just follows his flow is ridiculous. And it was in the wet, going up Genting, doing that sort of cornering, right? So the balance is crazy. R8 for me, R8 definitely.
You know what? For the two cars in this price, okay, I never driven the R8, but I will go for the R8 because it's the more audacious looking car.
Iron Man, it's Iron Man's car, okay? Tony Stark's car.
Yeah. And you know what? When you put the throttle, when you put the foot down, one car will sound better than the other.
Yeah.
Whether it's the V8 or V10, it will sound better than the other one. Yeah.
Yes.
Then the R35 is V6, right? But in this comparo, I may plumb for the R35 because I still remember when the R35 came out in 06, it absolutely humiliated all the Porsches, the Ferraris, the Lambos, double the price.
Yes. It was a game changer, man. Game changer.
Game changer, this car.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
But the other thing is that the R35 never made me lust for it. I never lusted for the R35. It was the car I always respected, but it's like a car that, oh wow. But if I go to my grave now having owned that car, I'm totally at peace with myself.
Fine, yeah. You know what? But you know what? R35 is the car you respect so much. In Sepang, I did a track day. When the R35 behind you, you just move away. You just you just let it go. It's just like no point. Don't bother. Just don't bother with it.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Well, I actually think the Nissan's the R30 the Nissan Skyline has a quite interesting story with the East and the West, and you know how the R34 when they did the R34 it beat the 997 GT3 RS on track on Nürburgring, right? And then forced the Germans to come out with the GT2 RS, right?
Yeah.
But I think what's interesting is that they coined the Nissan Skyline the Gojira, right? But if you think about it, Gojira is a kaiju, right? And you watch Pacific Rim, Kaiju is the monsters, and then Jaegers are the hunters, the good guys, the hunters, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Jaeger is
yeah.
a German word for hunter.
Yeah.
So it's like the Germans and the Japanese, they're fighting each other, and it's quite an epic battle. It's just quite iconic when you watch Pacific Rim. It's like, oh my god, this is the Gojira, and then which is the kaiju fighting with the Jaegers, you know. Yeah.
Well, I think that the original Gojira name was for the BNR-32. That to me is the original Gojira because it manhandled everything
The Aussies
in
coined
whichever
the
race
word
it went
Gojira.
through.
I think the Aussies did it first. The Aussies.
Yes, the R32. I think they had to ban that car from their series. I think for
Oh,
because it was so fast. None of the Holdens or whatever, Camaros or whatever they're racing could keep
Tap out
up.
everyone.
that
Yeah, Tapal
gotta
so
hurt.
call it the Godzilla. So that to me
Yeah.
is the original Godzilla, the R32.
That had gotta
But you
hurt.
know what? My favorite skyline is the Hakusoka.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's old school, man. That's really old school.
Oh.
I don't think it's nice to drive lah, but the shape and the oh my god, I saw one in my eyes. I teared, man. It's so beautiful. It's so big, but it's done so masculine but so finessely done, you know.
I think there's two in Malaysia. No? I saw one brought in by JT Cars. It's an orange color one. The guy actually like traded in his Porsche to get a Hakusoka from Japan, and it's period correct, everything all done up, all restored. Crazy price. I think what 700,000 plus 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Mental.
cheap.
I saw a silver one at Auto Digital Studio, ADS. Oh my god, look at that. Oh.
The orange is nice though. The orangey red color, very unique.
I like the silver on this
yes.
car. I'm a sucker for silver lah. Sorry lah, I'm a sucker
Yeah,
for
I think
silver.
all the cars, your spider silver is all right.
Yes, I'm a Cyrus silver. My E30 is going to be Cyrus Blau metallic, so also with the silver in it. I love silver color. Actually, especially for curvy cars. Curvy cars, silver look very nice. Okay lah,
Hey,
but
my
this one,
MPS is silver. What? My MPS is like this.
yeah, I like
aluminium
the MPS.
Yeah, they call it aluminium metallic.
You know one thing, Con, I knew Greg before I met him in person, because there was sometimes I drive my 2 Series. I've seen this crazy MPS driving solo one, like driving up Genting solo.
Oh.
I don't think
Maybe
it's
it's
me, man.
solo, maybe it's a gang of people, or Uluyam. I can't remember. I seen it before somewhere. And then as MCO showed up, then I met Michael, who has the Yaris now, I think.
Okay,
And then Nigel. And then one day I was pumping petrol at my Spider, and then I saw him. It's like, and then with Michael and all. Then I'm like, oh, that's the MPS I knew. You know, there was a silver MPS that toge a lot on. You know.
2019, yeah, I took it quite a bit. I think almost every like twice a month at least.
Yep.
2-3 times a month.
I did a lot of my M235i as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Pre-pandemic life.
But anyways, 1 hour 25 minutes going to speed up. Okay, quick one. My recommendation for a good manual car. Let me see. Oh, good manual
Interesting.
car. Good manual car. Okay, I think BMW's manual clutch and everything is quite nice. It's not as good as a E30 as a Honda lah. A good manual car. Okay, you all say both Honda already lah. I got to pick something else different lah.
Take Yaris lah.
Yaris lah.
It's the in thing now.
Oh, man, I'm stuck, man. Because I let me see. Why Chiang is naughty? You Kanina you are. Hey, don't show this. You know, I missed out on the first one, 170 plus thousand.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy that. It was sold. So
I'm not surprised when because like probably the guys working inside.
When you show this, people are gonna go look at it. I want this one.
Are you sure this is not the same one that you missed out? Maybe the seller decided 870 is too cheap. Let me say it's
2019, 2 different years.
Huh?
They're 2 different years.
Yeah.
They're 2 different years.
The car plate number.
Yes. I discovered. Yeah. I was thinking right now. The best manual car I would think in my mind is a Mazda MX-5.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a great buy.
Oh,
Whether you're getting an NB, or ND, doesn't matter. particularly love the ND, not
Yes,
in the
ND is
RF
good.
form, in the soft top form.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like the RF, right? A roadster has a flat line, and then you have the windscreen,
Mm.
and the Mazda MX-5 retains that shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope you're watching Jonah. Jonah is my childhood friend. He has a Honda CRZ. He drives a manual a lot, and he's asking me,
Is
bro,
there
should I get an
commenting?
MX-5? But he's like, oh, go for it. Then he's like, but it's an automatic. I'm like, bro, you drive a manual so long, you shouldn't touch the automatic on the Mazda MX-5. But you know
No
what?
lah, no.
I think MX-5 is a. I always think to myself, I'm not so financially blessed. If I want to drop top, it is the MX-5 ND manual for sure.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
even today, right? I'm still thinking like, should I get one of those? Because that car, right? For some reason, I don't know how to explain. It's magic. It rolls a lot, but when
yeah.
you get the roll properly, and when you throttle, is the satisfaction is like
Yeah.
is next level. The Mazda is
You see,
so good at tuning their
a lot
suspension.
of
Oh my
people,
god!
a lot of people talk about body roll as if as it's a disease, but on road driving, you have to allow a small degree of roll. You actually
You
have
know
to
what?
allow a degree of roll.
And you know what? Funny thing, before I know Greg want to say something, I can see him, but because he's a Mazda guy, right? MDG. But I've driven the Above 128 Spider in Melbourne. That was my well, for those I was a honeymoon there, but I drove the Above. I found that I didn't appreciate the stiffness of the car. I didn't appreciate it. I
Too
was thinking to
charged.
myself, like, only if I had the Mazda MX-5. The whole time I driving around the Great Ocean Road, in my mind I was just thinking like, sure, it's a very unique looking car, but in my mind I was saying only if I had the MX-5, because
Yeah,
I was
there
getting
you
sick and
go.
tired of the turbo engine. It was just one dimensional. It's just like drony and just like, and then I was like, only if I have an MX-5, you know.
Yeah,
I
lor.
think it's a great value for money. Anyone of you buying a manual car and you want a roadster, the MX-5 ND is ridiculous value for money. Yeah.
I would want to add that I agree with Faisal. GD86 or BRZ. That one is
Oh
very
yes,
nice. Yes.
no question on
It
that.
slipped my mind. Now when I
Mm.
saw comments like, yes, BRZ or GD86, that's another value for money manual. Very good feel, very good
And
shifting,
a lot of people
easy to
they say
use.
underpowered, right? But this car, right, man, when you okay, I drove the automatic lah, but when you push it hard at the limit, right, the
Yeah.
car can really play with you. It plays with
Yeah.
you so much. Like
Yeah.
I think on Monday we had this discussion. 86 or Z4. I'll pick the 86 anytime.
Yes.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to keep the foot on the throttle to get the RPMs. Then you can really enjoy the car. But the
But
shifting
when
is
it's the
awesome. The shifting is
chassis, the
awesome.
way it
Yes.
oversteers, the way it plays, and I hope everyone who's watching this video, I hope you get this. Enjoying a car is not about horsepowers. I think a chassis trumps the horsepower. A good chassis, a good suspension beats a better horsepower. You may not be the
Correct.
fastest guy to get the Genting, but I tell you what, you have a big smile on your face. That's
Yes. You
what a good
enjoy
chassis does for you.
You enjoy more.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting so emotional because I love the BRZ. I love the 86.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
at the limit when you drive it hard, it's just
Next
beautiful.
thing you know, Thomas buys one.
You can daily easily as well. It's an easy
Oh
daily
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
driver.
yes.
Have you driven the
Right now,
BRZ before?
these are very, very, very dailyable cars.
Yes.
Have you driven one before, bro? Con?
86 ah. Only the
Yeah.
auto though.
Same. I driven the auto also.
I drove the manual. It was a friend's car. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
How's the manual clutch and the gear knob everything?
Very close to the GIRS, I think. The feel and then so you can daily it and then you can whack it hard, but it feels like it's very balanced. Like you're not wanting for more. It's not too soft. Just nice. And the engagement of the gear, not bad. Respectable.
I think for 130,000 nowadays is a decent price lah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the prices
Yeah,
are going
and-
up or still maintaining around there though. Like
And
is
it
it going
looks
up?
good. I think it's going up.
I think the
Last week,
lowest
90,000.
I think the lowest the car will ever touch is 110.
That's very low actually. Yeah, I normally see like 120, 130.
I've
around
seen
there.
some go as low as 110, but I think that's the floor already.
Yeah, yeah. It should be-
Yeah, but it's a good looking car.
Mm.
You know, nothing much to say about it. It's just
Well,
and
that's
without the wing, it looks
super
sleek and nice. You know,
Yeah.
it tells you it's a JDM, but it's not shouty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say Thomas side, we gave up. I said MX5. I agree with Greg. I think the GT86 is a great car, BRZ. Greg talked about the also FK8R if you can afford it. Con talks about FT2R.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for manual cars, check these cars out. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
also is
It's 1 hour and a half. Let's end this quickly. Let's go to Dude, Where's My Car? All right.
all right.
Let's play some Dude, Where's My Car? All right. Feel free to join us. All right. So Chiang is bringing it out. Okay, Dude, Where's My Car is very simple. You pick one car or the other, and then I'm going to put Con and Greg to pick one of this. Right.
Come.
Feel free to join us in the chat. And in the future, we might even have some lucky draw in the future. But anyways, let's go into this game, right?
Lucky draw. Not bad. Not bad. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get some sponsors to do lucky draw, right? So just comment in the chat which car would you pick, okay? So the premise is very simple. It's like, okay, Greg, imagine that you've lost all your cars. You sold all your cars or you lost all of them. You only have one car to pick. You must pick one or the other, okay? All right? You ready?
Yep. Let's go.
Let's go. Round one. Okay. Would you pick this car? Okay. I'll show you the engine first. Oh.
Okay.
Con, you're a BMW guy. What do you think this engine is?
It's a 40i. Something M40i.
Okay, both. Okay, by the way, because today it's a manual team, all cars are manual. Okay. So,
Wow.
Chiang, let's flow this forward. All right. It's a manual BMW. Okay. And guess what? This is the.
Oh.
M235.
Oh, by the way, this is the
yeah.
exact. This is my car.
Really?
Remember?
Yeah, is it?
This is my car. I fitted the standard rim. And King of Rings was so proud that they fitted the 19-inch of my car perfectly fitting without any coilovers, nothing. It was just a perfect fit. They took a picture and then they sent it online and then it was spread around. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Fitment looks very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is exactly my M Performance exhaust. I spent 12K on the exhaust, man. But you can see how shiny the car is because I cleaned the car myself.
Okay, so M235 I'm manual.
Okay.
Or would you pick something like this?
Oh man. You already know my choice, right? I think you know my choice already.
You know what? I like what my gun is that look at the engine bay. They don't put this stupid cover on it. They just show you everything.
Yeah, yeah. French style.
You know what I mean?
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. For me, right now, I'll go for the Megane RS.
I'll take the BM.
Right. Look at that butt, man. Look at the butt. Oh, look at the butt.
Look at the Bugatti exhaust.
I think this was the media car,
Who
right?
does that kind
Yeah,
of
this is a
exhaust?
media car.
There's no other car manufacturer that does the exhaust like that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's find the final screen. Of course, okay. Let's see. Con. What would you pick? If a both manuals.
M235 floors. Because 6-cylinder.
Really?
I was 6-cylinder. If you ask me to choose, I was 6-cylinder one.
Okay, Greg, which one would you pick?
Pretty obvious, like the hot hatch, the Megane RS.
But okay,
I'm biased that car already.
you
But
really
for the
have a hatch,
record,
right?
I'll be
Don't
very
you
happy
want
with the
a rear-wheel
Megane
drive
RS.
car since you had the hatch already? Front-wheel drive, MPS.
Yeah. Come again? I couldn't hear.
You
what
already
was
have
the
an MPS. You have a
All right.
front-wheel drive car. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
want to try something different?
I'm actually thinking about all-wheel drive or maybe rear-wheel drive, but I think all-wheel drive, like that'll be my next one after the MPS. All-wheel drive, automatic. You know, enough with manuals. Yeah, I probably still keep the MPS for my weekend fun car, but the next one will be probably an automatic.
Okay.
All-wheel drive
Okay,
is a
let's
must.
see on the chat. Okay, Yikang, Thomas, choose the other car. I know what's coming next. Okay, those of you friends with me, you guys know that I love both these cars. I'm just curious to see what the audience will pick and what Con and Greg will pick. Yeah. Ken says the
Hey, the way
M235i.
the way Thomas talks about the M2355, right? That car is a soulmate.
Bro, you know what? I love about the M235i. It's just, I was about to give up with BMWs. I had the 1 Series, and then I was thinking, okay, what's the next logical upgrade? So I look at the 911, but that's going to drain my bank account, right? 991.1. And then I went to the M4. Then I drove it. I was like, what happened to this car? It's so the wheelbase is so long. It's agile, but it just feels weird. And then I said, I give up BMW. I said, screw it. I'll drive a 1 Series until a good car comes out. Then my friend said, hey, bro, there's an M235i. Then I drove it, right? I tell you, it took me 2 minutes to fall in love with the car. Then when I drove it hard, I was like, you know what I love about this car? The wheelbase, it felt like an E46 M3. Short wheelbase, rear-wheel drive, front engine, snappy, easy to correct, virtually no understeer. There is no understeer in this car. All you get is oversteer because your throttle is too heavy.
Thomas, I tell you right, I look at your face, I confirm within the next 1 or 2 years, you will be back in an M2.
Oh!
You know, right? If the M2 was a character in the movie, right, he will come to you and say, Thomas, I'm inevitable.
No, okay, I want to explain to everyone, okay? There's something magical about the M2. Okay? When you want to oversteer, the car is ready for you to oversteer. When you're ready to let go, the car will straighten itself. It's like, wow.
It's like,
just
Thomas, the way you talk about that car, right? It's like it hits a sweet spot in you, The only word I can think of for you, right, is that car is your soulmate.
Hey, Chiang, can you bring out the Evo Enduro picture of my M235i? Yeah, we can. Yeah. I you know what? The funny thing is when I sold that car, I cried in my car, man. I was so sad I sold the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the chat while before I decide which one to pick. Okay, M235 for sure, M235, walao, okay, Megan RS, Megan, okay, Megan for me, M235i, oh yo, M235i, wow, very little Megan pickers, a lot of M235i pickers, yeah.
Yeah, Thomas is justifying his purchase. He's justifying it, subconsciously.
Last month last week I went to see the M2C competition.
Yeah.
And I sat in the car and I felt like it's so familiar. It just felt so familiar. Just like I'm not ready to go back to something familiar. I want to try something new. So I'm not sure. There you go. Thanks, GM. That's my M235i.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know a V Soya can look so cool on the car.
Yeah, man.
If you zoom in closely, you can see me with my blue color hair. I have blue color hair last time. Yeah.
You didn't know Xiao can be so final one, right?
Yeah. It was a ridiculous car, bro. When Jonah picks the M235i also. Okay. KCD get a Golf. Okay, let's go back to Duke as my car. Okay, enough of trying to think of old days. Okay, so Con picked the M235i, Greg picks the Renault Megane RS280.
You there, Thomas?
Waiting for Thomas. Yeah, he's
I love
torn.
following cars.
He's so torn, man. You are torn.
How ah?
Okay, I believe in Con. Sorry, Con, you're right. If there is a soulmate car, this is the car, because you can drive it like a hooligan. You can drive it sideways every corner.
Yeah.
You're fishtailing out every
Yeah.
corner. It's a hooligan's car, man. Is the only way to appreciate a 2 Series is to drive it like a madman,
Correct.
But I got a suspicion the Megane also likes to be driven like a madman.
Oh yes, absolutely. The Megane is a very very capable car, and honestly, between the M235 and the Megane is a far better looking car.
Better looking car.
Definitely.
No lah, I think the 2 Series is better looking. So slick and.
Yeah.
That's nostalgia. That's nostalgia, Thomas.
I saw a M235 donut in Thailand. I don't know whose one. Sorry. I donut halfway and I saw the gut calling, so I stopped. I stopped donutting. Yeah. Okay lah. Honestly, after sitting in the M2, I felt like it's very familiar. I miss the hatchback. I miss having a crazy hatchback. So I think within this two, I picked the RS 280. Yeah. This week, oh man, I really want one. I really want one so bad. EDC manual. I think whichever. I want it. I want it so bad. Yeah. Okay.
Go
so
for
round
it.
one
Go
is
for
done.
it.
All right. Round one is done.
There
Let's go to
always
round
be another
two.
M2 on sale.
Okay. Round two. Okay. Round two is going to be a bit of a.
Okay.
Hey, king of the road. Hey, every Malaysian must know a Myvi. I've driven the Myvi, okay? 1.3 SXI. This is the 5-speed
Base.
manual.
The base one, okay. Right.
I think 80 horsepower, sir. Con is having a headache.
Fully
Hey,
utilized,
this car
fully
handles
utilized
well.
horsepower,
This car handles well, bro.
Yeah.
Young, you don't like that.
Hey, Greg, have you driven this car?
Yeah, of course. Who has not driven a Myvi, man? A Malaysian. Like.
I wouldn't buy a Myvi with a manual transmission. The manual is horrible.
It's okay lah, bro. Okay, if you're paying 40K at the time for this car, you will accept it, okay? Or 35K, 40K, right? You accept it.
Yeah. But I have a feeling
would
the
you
next
pick
car is
this
going to
car?
be worse.
Would you pick this car? Or would you pick another car? There's manual, but a Kia Spectre.
Oh my
What the hell?
goodness.
Okay, this is a curveball. Sometimes I like to throw curveball at my guests.
It's like you're asking people to choose between syphilis and gonorrhea, man.
Yeah. Can I just walk? Can I just walk and not choose?
It is a gonorrhea.
I'll just go public transport. Well, I've never tried the Kia Spectre manual before.
You don't laugh. Okay, guys, you have to pick something. Imagine you have no more car left. You must have one car.
I think I'll go with the Myvi lah, because this generation of Koreans, they are not at the standard yet.
Yep. Same. I'll go with Myvi as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's do the comments. Right, very a lot of very angry comments.
I think Lexman summed it up lah.
Yeah. I rather walk, take public transport, take the LRT.
Take LRT. Okay, Paula say Myvi law, but looks better, can resell. I can sell engine also.
No lah, the Myvi, if it's an auto, I would but the Myvi as a manual is distinctly unappealing.
Kia Spectra. I choose my Kanchil Fit Turbo. Jensen say will pick the Myvi. Hey, Yikang, tell us what you pick. Right? Yikang, tell us what you pick. Okay. If you really screen your eyes, the Kia Spectra looks like a Subi hatchback. You know what, Kishan? I tell you what, because of your I was going to pick Myvi because you know what? At least they're respected as the king of the road. So when you drive fast, they will people move away from you. Okay, but since you say this, you know, I will pick the Kia Spectra.
Then you put the Subaru
Hey,
logo there.
I think the Kia Spectra is 110 horsepower. The Myvi got 80 plus horsepower.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yes, yes.
Yeah. But the Myvi is God car, bro. It's a God car, so it has the
Yeah.
infinite power behind it.
Myvi or you can say Myvi. Okay, so for this, it seems like a lot of Myvi people here because you know, Jason says Saga better. So Con, Greg, and majority picks the Myvi, and I pick the Spectra. Okay, so sorry guys, this is a curveball. Let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, last one.
All right.
Two very awesome manual cars. I
Oh,
promise
yeah.
you end. Okay. Okay, let's show the engine first. Let's see the engine. Oh, of course it's
Okay,
manual.
good
Okay.
start.
Yeah,
You're off to a good start.
what engine is it?
Oh, yeah.
You know this engine.
You're off to a very good start.
Okay.
Take a guess what you think this car is.
I think E46 M3 lor.
Oh, yes. But not just any M3, it's a CSL.
CSL. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
340 horses, I think, on the 3.2 liter.
mhm,
Okay, the CSL is usually a SMG, but let's say someone converted manual already. All right.
okay.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of the looks, lah. The front, you know, this Bengal era, lah. So I'm not a big fan of it, lah. But you know, or would you pick another very epic manual car? Now, I think you guys know.
Oh,
Garisan Langit. Skyline. Okay.
They're both around the same prices, you know.
Okay. Okay.
wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
This is a tough one. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, both are.
I,
Okay, the CSL always become SMG, right? But now if it's manual convert already, both are manual.
Hmm.
okay, Thomas, I need to ask one question. Will an E46 M3 CSL ever sell for 1 million ringgit?
I don't know because the last time they traded was 500,000 for SMG.
Skyline law, because Skyline can sell for 1 mil, ma.
You can flip it. You can flip
Hey,
it fast and profit.
Go on. You don't talk about money. Which one would
Yeah.
you have a bigger smile on?
Honestly, right, between these two, I think it's the R34 that has the greater level of awesomeness.
I choose the R34.
Okay.
R34.
You just the R34.
But if I could, I'll take the R34, trade it in, and get R32 and R33. I like those two more than R34.
I was going to pick R33 in this comparison, but I thought that it's not fair, lah. I think R34, lah.
Well, if it's R33, I would have gone with the BMW, but I do have a soft spot for the R34.
Where?
Huh? I just like the whole package of the R34, the shape, the design of the R34.
But like for me,
And
I was exposed to the.
Yeah, and to me, I felt the R34 is the peak GTR.
A bit different from me because, like, for me, my exposure to the Skyline name was R32 and R33, and R34 not so because it's already like the Fast and Furious sort of connection, then pop culture. But the 32 and 33 in the Japanese, those movies with car chases and all that stuff, right? I forgot the name, Midnight Run or something like that, Midnight Shutoku. That for me was the Skyline, R32 and R33. That's why I have a soft spot for the R33 actually. Tuner culture.
I mean, the M3 CSL is awesome, but R34 is another level.
Wow, look, Igang. Wow, RB2 26 DE DT all the way.
But hey, but you know, here's the here's the kicker. Don't be surprised. The R34 will be more expensive to maintain than the BMW.
Probably.
Quite possible, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gunning for like 800 horsepower, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you say tuning it's difficult.
Wow, you KC also say tuning is difficult.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
it's difficult.
yeah. Oh,
Oh,
good one,
almost
Thomas,
very
good one.
slowly. Mock say R34. Okay. R34. Go GTR.
Yeah. R34 lah. R34.
Can I both? No, I have to choose one. Skyline R34 for the win. R34. Hey, Jonah, you R34 also. Yo.
This one, the Datsun beats the BMW.
Yeah.
Wow, Mike Yap say CSL manual. Yes, you're my kawan. Okay lah. I sat as a passenger in a M3 CSL M3 SMG before, and I love the chassis. It's just ridiculous. But most people here, you can see all R32, R34, all Skyline, Skyline friend. Hey, which is a faster car?
I think it's the R34.
Really?
But on a curving on a winding road, I'm not so sure.
I believe the CSL is 340 horses, 320 horses.
Yeah.
The GTR is not as low as 280 horsepower, I think.
But I think the weight difference, CSL is how heavy? R34
Oh, yeah,
is
GSL is like,
1.5, I think. 1.5 tons.
I believe the CSL is 1385. Yeah.
So yeah, it's got a weight advantage. It's lighter.
It's
Skyline has a
110 kilos lighter than a regular M3, man. Yeah. Okay lah. I never sat in R34. I never understood what is the big hype about R34. But I think I'll pick the M3 CSL lah. Because I just love going sideways. But I love going sideways, but I heard the Skyline like going sideways also.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can even control the Tesla system.
Okay, I think the M3 CSL lah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm just such a 2 series sucker lah, so I picked the M2 CSL, the E46 M3 CSL. Yeah. Okay. So for this round, Horn has betrayed the BMW badge and went over to Japanese. Greg has went to what I suspected he would do. He'll pick the Nissan Skyline. I thought Con would pick the M3 CSL.
Well, if it was
It was tough, man.
I don't know. R34 is. I mean, as much as I like the M3, but there's still a hierarchy lah.
Junior Singh, you. Okay, so this is the end of Dude Where's My Car. Thanks, Chiang. We're done with this show tonight. We're gonna end it. Thanks so much for joining us. We have people joining us still. Hey, Greg, any last words before you end? Before I end, by the way, thanks, Greg, for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, man. Always a pleasure. Always fun.
Anything you want to shout out about your business or whether it's your group chat, Mazda Drive group?
Yeah. Do check out our channel and give us a like if you think the content is nice. And yeah, it helps us to keep on churning out content every week. So give us a support and check out the channel. Check out our IG as well, same name, Mazda Drive Group, and also on Facebook. And if you own a Mazda, you can join our private group in Facebook. Just search for Mazda Drive Group. Right?
I heard very soon you're going to review the 626, right?
Yes, Derek.
Yeah.
I'm going to contact you soon. Yep.
Yeah.
And the MX-6, the unicorn in Malaysia. Mazda MX-6. Super rare. There's only one unit in Malaysia.
Yeah, there's a freaking unicorn, man. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, guys, go subscribe to Mazda Drive Group if you haven't. Check out the Instagram page as well. All about Mazdas over there. And one of my favorite videos from this was Greg doing a comparison with the Peugeot 308 GTI,
Oh
the
yes. Focus
was it
RS MK3.
yeah, Focus RS as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very nice video. I loved it. I love hatchbacks. So thanks Greg for that
Glad
content.
you enjoyed it. It was a fun video to
Yep.
make as well.
Yeah. Yeah, made me think about who's that?
GT,
Aiyo.
our late brother GT.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So thanks, Greg. Any last words for you, Greg, to the audience?
No, just check out our channel, Mazda Group, and any support is greatly appreciated.
All right. Hey, haven't asked, Greg, what do you do? I haven't asked. What do you do?
Well, I used to be in the automotive industry, sales operation for Peugeot, but now I'm in between jobs. So I'm just doing my thing, doing my YouTube videos, whatever. And if you want to employ me, let me know.
But Greg has a huge knowledge in the Malaysian automotive sales scene. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about cars and stuff, you can ask. I'm sure Greg doesn't mind, right? You can just DM you and stuff. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Thank you for joining us on the show. Tom, any last questions? Last words?
No, I just want to announce that. Oh yes, I've just rolled up.
Yes.
Just launched the Power dedicated Facebook and Instagram pages. So please follow, go and like. It's the handles are Evo Club Car Wash lah. And more importantly, anybody looking for a job, we are hiring. Yeah. So if you know anybody who's looking for job, do hit us up in either of these pages. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to shout out if you know any friends who are graduating, they love cars. They love cars. Car wash is a great way to appreciate cars. I can say one. I love love washing cars.
Yeah.
But if you know somebody who is looking to get involved in the car scene, this is a great place to look at. And one thing really special about Evo Car Wash, you can check out the inspected thing.
What? Oh yes.
So I think what one is thinking about is that if you buy a second-hand car or you are selling your second-hand car, you don't need to be in the condition. Con is setting up his place to make sure the car looks the best, or make sure that the car is thoroughly clean, interior, exterior, especially interior, before you drive the car. That's Con's idea. Yeah.
See, the thing is that, right? We've been teaching people, when you buy a used car, right, you go and do your PPI, you go and do your pre-purchase inspection. Pre-purchase inspection mechanic will say, oh, your engine leak oil lah, your gearbox leak oil lah, coolant not enough lah. But the fella cannot tell you what the previous owner has been doing inside the car. Maybe the kids throw biscuit on the car or whatever, you do not know. So I'm putting together a service, a package whereby you if you buy a used car, all right, you send to my my landlord, Prestige Car Care, do your pre-purchase inspection there. After that, you do your service there. Then I will take the car over to my place, do a full cleanup, and hand it over to you. You feel like you're getting a new car back. That's something that's one of the service that I plan to provide lah.
That's good. That is good.
Thomas?
So you say that when you hand over the car, there will be a little sticker saying inspected by a certain person.
Oh, yes. So one of the so those of we have also actually took the trouble to design a sticker. I mean, with the help of my team from Horizon, we designed a little sticker that is inspired by the that's that autograph that you see on every Mercedes AMG engine, and also the Aston Martin, the final inspection sticker. So I'll have that put on your windscreen sticker to say whoever that does the QC of your wash, that person will sign, date, and put it on your windscreen. So that is like, yeah, because that is because I want whoever the people who are working on your cars to have that sense of pride when they work on your car. So they must be when before they hand over the car to the customer, whether it is I hand over or whether it is somebody else who hand over, that person must feel proud enough of that car that they will sign their name on and put it on your windscreen. Yeah.
Great. You know, I love that con because I believe car cleaning, car wash, or car detailing is an artisanal work. Yeah, it's not a labor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be investing heavily in manpower. I've been speaking to a few potential hires. First thing I told them is you're not coming to work at a 10-15 ringgit car wash. Yeah. So
That's
I
good,
will
man.
be, I want to pay them a good I told them, I want to pay you a good salary, but please, you help me go and fight for the business. I make sure I pay you well.
But guys, if you haven't, please go like, follow Evo Club Car Wash. It's going to be in Prestige, Achan Saudin there, behind Porsche, Malaysia. Yeah, Sungai Bersih there.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Okay, thanks, Con, so much for being on our show.
Thank you,
Good
Thomas.
all the time, always. And for everybody, thank you so much for watching. And we shall see you in another episode of Talk Gear. All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Con.
Right.
Anything else?
Thanks. Nope, all good to go.
2 hours, man. Time just flies.
Still fully compressed on time.
Just like that.
I'm gonna KO lah. I'm gonna sleep now. But anyways,
You're gonna
I love you guys. Please
Right.
stay safe. Follow SO. I know that we are out back to new normal, but please wear your mask. Follow SOP.
Right.
Sanitize. You know, if you're not healthy, you can't drive. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Talk Gear.
All
See you
right.
then. Signing off now. Ciao.
Bye.